Okay, we are on YouTube now. Good morning, YouTube. Morning, guys. My name is Yanka. I'm going to be your host today, talking a little bit about the platform. Talking Talk is a platform where we can learn several kinds of idioms like English, Spanish, German, Italian, and so on. You can try to find what language you want to learn, and maybe we will have in here. I'm not a teacher, I'm a student, as Osvaldo, as Amanda, as you. I'm here to learn. I won't correct you. We won't correct you. And well, we are here to learn together, so respect each other. It's a nice place to make mistakes and to learn together and to make friends and network and so on. So let's start with our presentation. And well, our theme today is Dare to Challenge, stepping out of your comfort zone. And well, let's start with our presentation and then with the conversation. I will start with myself. My name is Yanka. I am 28 years old. I am a demographer. I have a degree in sociology, but a master and a PhD in demography. I'm living in São Roque with my family. And well, in my free time, I'm trying to start to read more and to read more in English mainly because sometimes I feel that I can speak the things, but I don't know how to write the word. So I'm trying to fix this to put these two things together, the writing and the speaking and the listening too. So because of this, I'm trying to read more. And you, Amanda, please, could you introduce yourself for us?
Good morning, everybody. I'm Amanda Oliveira. I live here in Minas Gerais. I'm Paulista, but I'm living here for 2 years and a half, and I'm loving it. It's an amazing place. I love the Mineiro food. I'm a person that likes to try foods around the world. And I used to work in cruise ships for 12 years. Then I did a career transition recently. I come back to Brazil. Now I'm working with customer success in a company that I really love it because I can work with freedom. It's a safe environment for me also to work, to grow up in my career. I really like it. I'm hosting English also in the platform and Spanish. And now I'm in my out of my comfort zone. I'm doing studying French. I'm really beginner, but it's amazing. You are out of this your area and it's
Nice, Amanda, thank you. Sometimes I feel when I am out of my comfort zone, I feel that I am swimming in the ocean. It's nice, it's beautiful, but sometimes I feel afraid of it because, yeah, it's the total ocean. And you, Osvaldo, please, could you?
Let's go. Well, I'm a truly uh, I'm a person that I love to learn about almost everything, to be honest. And it doesn't matter if I'm doing something my leisure time or if I work, if I study, that doesn't matter. I used to, I had some problems with procrastination some years ago, and I decided to change my mindset and the way that I used to do everything. So actually, I'm work as software developer, and I studying a new program language, Python, and I'm studying data science as well. I split these topics in some parts to try to go out my comfort zone, because like I was talking about, I really love where I work today, but I feel I'm stable more. I'd like to have more challenges and of course increase my income and something like that to give more opportunity for me and my family, you know. I think in summary, that's it.
Yeah, very nice, Osvaldo. Então, let's think about it and try to plan how to get out of this comfort zone, maybe. And thinking about your life, do you remember what was the most challenging activities that you tried, and how did it go?
For me, the question? Well, when I decided to transition my career to developer, for sure, it was the biggest challenge that I had in the past. And recently, I worked in a side project. You know, I was responsible to the design and architect the a part of the that solution, and I was tech lead of some developers. All of these activities was in, so different. I didn't expect that, you know. And but the life is that something could happen to us without our control, you know. Uh, and at the moment, learning data science is the biggest challenge. It's a lot of discipline to learn at the same time, so it's a big challenge currently for me. And you, Amanda, for you?
Yes, I can say my life is full of challenge. My whole life. From time to time, I have a challenge. I did the career transition, of course, was the last one that was extremely challenge for me because I come from one area I work with people talking and this thing, and then I come to technology. I started my new college online because for me, my first graduation was in person. So it's another world. Online, the focus is different. The technology area is crazy. I can say, Osvaldo, you are crazy because it's not for normal people at all. I'm sorry, the tech people, but we are crazy. It's too much things to study. You know, every profession, if you want to develop, you need to study.
Yeah.
But for me, it was extremely challenge because I already have my personal challenge. I have one kid with special needs, and here in my house is crazy. But every day you need to study something new. Like it's too much tools, and whoever is junior when you start in the new market is even worse because you need to prove more. You need to study many things at the same time. It's not I'm going to study today Python and then this. No, you just study this tool and this and that and every
Yeah.
day something new. And for me, that was a extremely challenging. I did a career transition. I got through. I worked in an international company. Actually, I didn't know how I did it, but I think I was crazy at this time. But I can say I put myself extremely out of my comfort zone to do it. Now I look behind and say, how did I do it? But I did. But that for me was the big challenge. That area is not for everybody, but
It's
it's it
for
for me.
crazy people.
Yeah, in a good way, please. Tech
Yeah,
people in
yeah.
a good way, yeah.
But sometimes to get out of our comfort zone, when we imagine that, it seems a crazy thing because it's comfort. So why am I going out of here? You know? So it seems that it's crazy. I think you are right, Amanda. And technology, mainly data science, not mainly, but data science is a mix of tools and statistic too. And to me, it was the hardest part. I love math. I like to make calculus with my own hands, but today we have this kind of tools, softwares, and mainly calculadora that can help us a lot. but it's difficult sometimes to learn what it's behind of a formula or something, but it's very challenging. And thinking about my life, definitely I got my degree in sociology. It was about reading, and in there I had some disciplines about statistic and methodology too. I am really in love with methodology. But I tried my master in demography, and in there I had to learn R, that it's a software to work with populational data, so IBGE data, PNADS data, data from census from other countries. And it's a very nice software, but involves programming. So I had to learn how to program. I already knew that I wanted to go to demography when I was in the graduation. So I started to learn when I was in there before to get in the master. But when I got in, it was a really challenge to me because it was a lot of formulas to correct the data. Like in demography, we work with three main areas. Mortality, so when people die, we have all this data and we can study why these people die and we see a change in the patterns. Like years before, people died because of common disease like infections, contaminated water, and so on. Now we are dying because of cancer and other kind of disease. So we study this a lot with data. We study fertility too, that people that are born, and we are worried because we are not having a lot of children nowadays to replace the population,
I
but
did I did my part.
I did my well,
I
I have a
have two.
cat.
I
I
have
have
two
my cat
children.
is castrada, so I didn't my part. I'm sorry about that. But we study all of these and we have methods to correct all this kind of data. And it was really challenging to me because I just read before and then I had to make math and so on. It was really stressful. Sometimes it's nice to get out of our comfort zone, but at the same time, we have pros and cons. I got so stressed in that moment. I made my master during the pandemic, so I was in the lockdown too. It was a really challenging moment, but it was the ocean
Work it.
again. Yes, I'm alive. But yes, and Amanda, please, about the question number two. When starting something new, when you starting something new, you are more a dive right or a plan every detail person? You usually just go and see what the life can give to you, or you planned where you can arrive and so on.
Yeah. I'm kind of old school, but I like also to plan. Even if I work with tech and those things, I like to plan on paper. At least I make my bullets, the top, you know, I would talk. I want to do, it's my plan. My plan A is to do this, and that. So I do a arrangement. Not that I'm going to follow because 99% of the time, whatever I plan never happens. I always need to dive in different ways. It is okay. But for my mind, I think to push myself to do something new, I have to have something written to say, okay, it's here. For example, here in my screen on the top, I have my goals for this year. For example, for me to see, I want to achieve this. It's not the total plan that I wrote, but the main point, I know what I want. So I plan. The ways to getting there, I don't plan because it always depends on many factors that drive us to different places. Maybe one coronavirus, one, sometimes you can be fired or whatever. Things change in life. So it's not all about you, what you want. It's not your will. Depends on your environment, people around you. But the main point is right here. I know, I plan. I cannot just go on the dark. To go in the dark for me, I like to be out of the comfort zone because it's necessary for us to develop. I love to be there. It's challenges, it's stressful, it's all those feelings, but it's necessary. But to go extremely on the dark, no, because it looks like I don't move the way I want. I don't move fast. I don't know. For me, it's this kind of thing. And you, Yanka.
Yes, I agree, Amanda. Because sometimes we want to get out of our comfort zone, but we have a lot of to lose too. So we sometimes you have to plan how we are going to do that because yeah, sometimes it's difficult to do that on dark. So it's nice to plan even when you don't know exactly what you are going to plan. What is your style, Osvaldo? Do you plan or you just go through the things?
I'm going to describe a little bit myself. I'm sure that you understand me. When I decided to transition my career to developer in 2019, I had a small business, charter passenger business. I was the motor. I had a minibus by the time, and I decided to sell them to focus and study 8 or 10 hours per day every day, uh, because I've realized this necessity. I was studying, but I realized that I didn't have time to learn more. It was necessary to dive into that. I was learning, by the time I was learning JavaScript, HTML, CSS, Git, and whatever at the same time. So a lot of things to learn. And I was namorando with my current fiance or wife, I don't know. And yeah, I pick a part of my money that I've got in my small business to pay my bills during around of a year and a half and just study. And I did that in 2020 on the COVID period. I was unemployed and I dived into this. And in the end of the 2020, I got a job to work as developer. So it was crazy. I think I'm in the right field because I did a crazy thing because of course, I've just had my two children, by the time. Yeah, I've paid some bills and I've paid my pensão, you know, and everything worked, but it was a great thing to do. And But I'm a kind of person like you, Amanda. I prefer to plan almost is possible. When I decide to do that, I've talked with a lot of people that I worked some years ago. I research about how technologies I would to study. So I bring this mindset in my current learning process, in English and another topics that I said. So about data science, I've studied the IT outlook, what would happen in the future with development and data science field, what is expectation, is something like that. So in summary, I'm a kind of a person that like to plan almost as possible. Of course, like you said, Amanda, we don't know what will happen with our life. So, but we try to do our best. And you, Amanda? Oh, everyone answer that, right?
Yeah, I think it's me now. But in your
Yeah,
transition, you bet all your chips. Você apostou todas as suas moedas.
yeah, yeah.
Literally, you just do it. Very nice, Osvaldo.
I
Yeah,
was
you
day
had.
trader by the time as well. I've studied to become a day trader. I've done that for a year and a half. but I didn't earn a lot of money. I earned money, but short money, you know?
Yeah, I know it sometimes take a time, but it was very nice. It was a very challenging process. Congrats that you survived through all of this.
Yeah, I survived.
Very important. And I am as you guys, I am a little I'm a little obsessed with plan things because I had to feel that I have the control about the situation. Even when I don't have the control, I try to do my best to plan the plan A, plan B, plan C. And so if the plan A doesn't work, I have the plan B and plan C. I always do that because the sensation of do not to have the control or do not know what will happen uh, makes me feel very anxious. It's bad because I know that I can't have this control about everything in my life, but I think that because I'm anxious, I try to prever, let's see, I try to predict all the scenarios, all the possible scenarios that I can face in the future. And well, yeah, I tried and I made it in most part of the things, but in another things I didn't, and I had to go to the plan B, and it's okay. It works in the end at the same way, but it was really challenging until now. But I am happy where I arrived today. I'm truly happy. And well, I would like to check. Let's go to the next one, I think. Let's see what time is it. How do you usually convince yourself to take the first step in something intimidating? I am the kind of person that I take a time to go out of my comfort zone. I really love my comfort zone. I built this comfort zone, you know. It took an effort to get arriving here because my comfort zone now, it was my challenge last year, for example, you know, I was in another comfort zone. I fight a lot to arrive in this comfort zone. So I take a time to get out of all of this, and sometimes I have to how I convince myself. I see the necessity. I see if this other step will fit in my plan, my main goals, my general goals. Then I plan to do that, and I try to see the light at the end of the tunnel and go for the light, I think. But and I most part of the time I am afraid of doing that, but I learned that we have to go even with when we are afraid of the challenge. Se tá com medo, vai com medo mesmo. It's like this. And you, Amanda, how do you convince yourself to take the first step for something intimidating?
So everything I do here in my life, I like to share with my husband and with my son for them to know my next steps in my personal things, in the professional way. Because, if, if I want to move, change something in my life, it's going to, they're going to be part of it for sure. And financially or whatever, they need to give me power, energy, something. They need to talk with me to see if I'm crazy or how it is. Even my son, with 10 years old, sometimes he's smarter than many adults in the way he talks. And I can say I'm an example. He always look at me, and whatever I do, he's following me. So when I'm trying something new that is very challenging, right now I can say the French, for example. He can see it because he watch the immersions, he's always around, he see how challenging for me. He see that I'm here with my feet moving hard because it's not in the camera, but he can see the way I'm moving, that I'm anxious, that I'm nervous because I don't know the words, the my my voice can totally, it's shaking, isn't it's funny. But even like that, I'm scared, I'm nervous, I'm anxious. I go because like I want to be example for him. It's not only for him, of course. I know that every beginning is hard, extremely hard. But after that, the how do you call the rainbow comes. So let's try to do it. This beginning is always hard. You're going to quit maybe for a while. You try to step in the staircase. You say, "I'm going now. I'm going," and then you there. You say, "Oh my goodness, I can't," and you step back and you go again. This beginning is extremely hard. Extremely hard. So you go and you back, and it's okay because one time maybe we didn't realize. I think we don't realize when we really just stop out of our comfort zone. We just go because we go in and out, in and out. And then we're just there and we just don't realize it's not more a challenge for us. It's already our new comfort zone. And it's okay. I try to convince myself like that because I want to be an example. And I know that this hard time will be over sooner if I work on it.
Yes, for sure. And when you remember about your last comfort zone, you see that you made it too. You passed through a lot of things, a lot of challenging things. This is one more challenging things, but it's possible to pass through because looking back, you passed through a lot of things, I think. So yeah, go for it. And you, Osvaldo, how do you do this? Convince yourself about your first step.
When I feel unhappy or if I'm uncomfortable with something. For example, I was talking about my current role. I need to say that I was invited to work as mobile developer as well, besides front-end developer. At the moment, I have two roles in my current company, but it's not related money. I need to be clear about that. I didn't receive more money because that. It was an old desire that I had some time ago, and I asked for my asked for the company give me this chance because I've dived into mobile development for more than a year, and I finished a big course in English, big course I need to say last year, and I didn't work with this technology, and so I asked to have this chance, and the company gave me this opportunity, and I'm starting this role at the moment. It's a good thing for me, but it's not enough, of course. Like I said, at the moment I'm from software developer front end side and mobile ones. So are these are two different fields, just to be clear. And yeah, I'm the problem for me at the moment is about the money and the career outlook. To be honest, I was searching about my career, and I'm feeling that there are a lot of developers with no demand, no jobs for all of them. So this decrease the salary and the field expectation would be not so good in my point of view in the next years, because that I'm diving in other things. Like I said, Python, we can do a lot of things, including data science, for example. So I'm going to use these tools in my next steps, Because yeah, when I see about, for example, data science, I can see a lot of opportunities for the future, next future including, because there are a big field with a lot of kind of profiles and opportunities, you know. So yeah, in summary, that's it. I used to feel myself uncomfortable or and unhappy with something.
Mhm. Okay, I see. And do you have a go-to person? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Do
A
you have a
specific
go-to
goal?
person? No, a person that you is your
Oh, my
someone
reference.
that you yeah, yeah, or someone, not just a reference, but someone that you go and ask for advice, try to learn from someone that
Mm,
helped
I used to.
you through this
I like.
journey.
I like some minds, great minds like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, Ayrton Senna, Kobe Bryant. Uh, I like a lot of some sports guys, girls. Marta, it's a reference. Marta, the player soccer, it's a reference for me as well. I forgot the name of her, but the girl that starts a program language some decades ago. I forgot her name, but it was a woman that invented the first program language. You know, I don't know if you know that, but it's the truth. You can search that, and. Uh, I used to see or follow people that had a good result, you know. Of course, I used to talk with my parents, for example, or my wife about something. And because these mindsets, I have some problem, Ianca. At the moment, I'm, I almost decided not to financiar a building for me and my family because related to financial moment in my career moment, you know. And in my at home, I'm the only provider at the moment. Financially, if we are talking about financially, right? So I think it would be a crazy thing if I start this financiamento in this scenario. You know, I think today is important. All of the people inside within the family contribute with this. You know, because if in 10 years I had I'm going to lost my job, what will happen with our bills related this specific thing, financiar imóvel, you know.
Yeah, it's very difficult to start. Involves a lot of plans. It's very difficult. A good entry too.
I really would love to have a build for me and my family, but at the moment I'm not sure if it would be a good decision, you know.
Yeah, but take your time, Osvaldo. Take your time. And
Yeah,
you,
yeah, for sure.
do you have a person that it's a reference for you that you go and ask for advice, someone that you talk maybe that helped you in during this transition?
Yeah, definitely. Once I talk with my husband first because of we live together, and if I'm deciding to quit my career to go somewhere, he needs to support me at home, right? He needs to be the provider, so we need to be prepared. But actually, we did the career transition together because when I quit the career, my job in the ship, he was there too. So both of us, we quit. We were living in Haiti, in Haiti, and then both of us come back to Brazil. We start everything new, career and house and, everything.
Neighborhood.
Neighborhood for my son. And then it was fun. easy. We didn't have even anything. Only our computer, our clothes, and we couldn't bring our stuff because too far. It's too expensive. So we need to prepare, and then we talk together, financially prepare ourselves for 2 years because we didn't know what we were gonna be. Because two people in the same house to do career transition, country transition, everything transition is necessary to be planned. So I talked to him, but then before him, actually, I talked to my mom because she's the person that I most trust in the world. I trusted my son to live with her, right? The meantime, I was out there working for years. She's the one that I trust. And when I decide to do that, whatever big decisions, I talk to her because she's more smarter than me. She has a life challenge, a lot of challenge during her life that I just watching like so close and see her decisions, her smart decisions, her failures as well, but how she rise up again. And I learned a lot with her. But that's why when I have my doubts, if yes, if not, or how it will be, I always talk to her. She's my reference, she's my hero, she's my world. My son is my world too, my husband too. But my mom is the biggest. It's like I need to say they're not here right now, but they will understand. I love you all.
We will sleep without away of your bed tonight, Amanda, I guess.
I'm so quite comfortable.
Uh,
No, just kidding.
Okay. I see it, and I agree with you about the importance that women have in our trajectory. My mom too. Actually, I have three women in my life that was really important to me until today that I always ask for help. My mom, but my mom, it's about family, relationship, and so on. My psychologist, it's about my mental health. When I am like, am I crazy now? When I'm in a situation, strange situation, I go to her and I ask, am I crazy? Am I okay? It's just paranoid. I am being neurotic, or this is real. What I can do? It's about social problems, social, how to behave in social events, for example. Mental thing, I think. I am very neurotic and paranoid sometimes, so she helped me a lot. And about my career, it's my boss, Joyce. With my psychologist and my boss, I have been working since 2016. So since there, I have the same psychologist, the same boss. I am a stable person. I like stable relationships. I'm this kind of person. And with her, me and my boss, we just built on my career. If I am here today, it was mainly because of her, my mom, and my psychologist, but she helped me to plan all the steps. First, the graduation, then the master, now the PhD, now the internship outside, abroad. So she helped me every time, in all moments, even when I when I was very vulnerable during this trajectory, I cried a lot. I cry a lot for everything. When I'm happy, I cry. When I'm sad, I cry. She helped me always. Even when I was freaking out these days, she told me, well, in that moment, I thought that you are freaking out, estava em parafuso, and she just, in that moment, she just hang on my hand and stay with me during the process, even thinking that I was freaking out. She just stay with me. And we passed through all of that, and she is very important to me. I really love her. And yeah, she's my boss. Who loves your boss? I love my boss. She's very awesome. Joyce, I love you.
Send the link of this video for her.
I will. I
It's a
will.
hard question, Yanka. If I love my past and current boss. My current boss, I like of him because he opened the doors, the company's door for me, and I'm grateful for that for sure. But I'm it's more stable than I would like, you know. I'm yeah.
Or
We have to pay attention with this.
okay, it's a relação morna.
It's a good relationship. I like of him, like I said. I think currently I can say he is the best boss that I had for many reasons, you know.
Mhm.
But I don't know about the future. If tomorrow he fired me, I don't know if I have the same point of view of him. You know?
Yes, for sure. For sure. I'm going to have another boss this year, and she's very different from my. I will have two boss now, but one boss abroad and one boss in here in Brazil. And this boss abroad, she's more pragmatic. She's more, I don't know, it's different.
Methodic, maybe.
Methodic, I think pragmatic. She doesn't lose time. Like meetings with her, it's very short, very pragmatic. What do we have to do? What do we have to solve? Okay, so let's see. Okay, bye. It's like that. It's very pragmatic. It's very
I
separate
like this.
life to
I
professional life,
like
That's
this.
true.
but it's very different.
I
Yeah.
prefer, to be honest.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. Let's see how we will build this relationship
Share with us
together.
what will happen with you, the next steps.
Yes, follow me, guys. Well, thank you very much for today. It was a pleasure to be with you in here. To the next immersions, I'm planning to bring some sociological topics. I think the next topic to you about if we are being watching on social media, like for our devices like Alexa, if we are being recorded, and what the companies is doing with our data, how if we have to worry about it and so on. It was a theme
Great
that
topic.
was treated on Enem too. So I bring all of these. I bring some Enem topics to discuss, and the next one too about it. I hope to see you here next time. Thank you very much for your time, for your presence, and the process learning together. Oh, sorry,
That's
I
it.
will send the survey, please. One moment. Uh, the survey link, please
Not
give me
so
your.
anonymous, of course, because we are in two listeners here, but
Well, she will not know if it's me or Osvaldo. She
yeah,
don't know
yeah.
which one is who.
Please don't hate me about my comments. I'm joking, I'm joking.
No, but please, if you could, Osvaldo, you are hosting here for a long time. If you could just give some tips or something to help me to improve, it will be very
Okay,
nice, mainly in this beginning of career.
perfect.
Thank you very much. See you.